Hello ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this week I thought I would bring you the blog by video to get to see my smiley face. Okay, what do I want to talk about this week? So, I was thinking a lot about how people get onto doing training programs and you'll start off with something that you want to achieve. So, i.e., I would like to lose weight by my holiday in June. Or it might be I want to run a 10k within the next 3 months. Or it could even be I just want to feel generally fitter and healthier so that I can play some sports in the garden with my grandchildren. So there's your goal. Now, what often happens, you'll find that your goal needs some actions to it. So either you yourself will go out and act upon that and to get you to your goal, or hopefully you will hire a professional, somebody that knows what they're doing in that line. So i.e. if it's an event, someone that regularly trains people to do events. If it's weight loss that you're after, somebody that's got the qualifications to do that. And if it's fitness, again, somebody that's qualified to do that. So not necessarily looking at a price tag of what's the cheapest out there, but looking at who's qualified. So now you've found your person and they have structured up a fantastic plan for you, and you're all, when you first start talking to somebody, you're full of enthusiasm to go out there and get something done. So you're about that point. Now I'm going to talk to you about cake. So why I'm going to talk to you about cake at this point? Well, bear with me. So what often happens in this program that somebody's given you to get to your end goal is what they've effectively done is they've given you the ingredients and the method and the recipe and all the rest of it to put together this cake for you to enjoy at the end of it. Now, when you bake a cake, if you put all the ingredients in there that somebody's given you, and you'll expect a certain kind of taste at the end of it. So say you're cooking chocolate brownies, for instance. When you've put all the ingredients in and you've used the right cooking time, and you've heated it up for the right amount, and then you've left it to cool for the right amount, and as you cut the knife into it and you taste that first little bit of chocolate brownie, you have a certain perception in your head of how you want it to taste. And then when you taste it, your taste buds go wild and you get to really enjoy that flavour. Sometimes it tastes even better than what you expected. Now then, let me tell you something else. So imagine I gave you a recipe with all those ingredients and all the right timings to do it in, and you thought, well, I've only got this ingredient and that ingredient, so I haven't got all the rest of the ingredients, so I'll put them together though, and I'll be a bit short on time, so what I'll do is I'll only cook it for half the time. So being honest with yourself, do you expect that cake to taste the same? If you haven't put the right amount of ingredients into it, if you've cooked it for too long or you haven't cooked it for long enough, do you expect to get the same cake that you would have got had you followed the instructions to a T? Now, training and programs are a lot like that, because often what I find is that I'll give out a certain set of instructions to somebody, and because life gets in the way, it's not that it's somebody's fault as such, it's not a bad thing, I'm not telling anybody off for this, but life gets in the way, and sometimes we can't always do all the running sessions that we've put out there to do, or perhaps we're eating clean and we've had a bad week and we've had a bit of extra sweets or chocolate this week, and we've not managed to stick to the amount of calories, and we've not managed to kind of eat clean for the amount of days that we said we would. We might have ate clean for half of them though. So at the end of that result, what you're not going to get is you're not going to get to take the 10k, for instance. I want to run the 10k in an hour. Here's your ingredients, there's everything that you need to do to run that in an hour in 3 months' time. Now, if you've not followed the training program and you've not put all them runs in, doesn't mean that you can't complete a 10k, but what it might mean is that you run it in an hour and 10 minutes instead of an hour. And I want you to think about that when you're going out there and you're taking your programs from your trainer, and you're going out and you're putting as much effort in as you can, because it's okay to say, you know what, I've not got everything that your trainer said in this week, but then what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to be disappointed with the result that I get for the effort that I've put in. And it's really important to actually admit to yourselves that, you know, the effort that you've put in is the effort that you get back. And it's not a bad thing, but we have to acknowledge it, because if we don't, we get to the end of the training program and we go, it's not working. And it is working, but you have to do it in the correct amount, in the correct way it's been given to you for it to work for that period of time. So what you can then go on to do, say you've not got everything in then this month, what you can then do is the next time you pick an event, you can try to stick a bit closer to the ingredients that you've been given, and then you'll get a bit closer to the results that you wanted as well. Everything's a process, and everything's you know, a journey as such. It's not a case of I want this so I get this. It doesn't work like that. And we should never be too down on ourselves when we haven't got the exact results. What we should do, and what I've always done in my life, is I've thought, how can I do that better next time? And that's the way to go forward. So this week, guys, get on with your programs, get on with your nutrition, and just try and stay as closely to the ingredients that you've been given for the cake. And then you'll get a nice cake at the end of it. So I'm going to sign out now, guys, but I thought it'd be really nice for you to have a video this week instead of just reading the email. So hope you're all fine. Bye.